Okay, we're back. Let's keep building on. We left off with this deck here, and you put some windows in. At any point, if you guys feel like trying something on your own, and you can look at my examples, and if you see a detail in there you want to try it out and take a picture and send it to me and I can make a comment. Or you can just follow along with me here. So we left off with these windows here and doors and a deck like this. And what I like to do with windows that you can give it a little more detail is to make it look like the windows are set into the wall a little bit, or these window boxes right here. So right here at this corner here, watch what I'm going to do. I'm going to aim at number 1, and I'm going to make a very short line, diagonal line going towards number 1 at that corner of the window there. Then what I'm going to try to do is to show the window sill inside the wall a little bit like this. I'm going to point over here at number 2 where I stop there, and I can draw the bottom of the windowsill. Then I have a new corner. I can do a vertical right there, and it looks like you're looking inside. You've cut a hole in the wall there and you're looking inside the window like that. And then you can always add a crossbar. You can make it any kind of window you want. This is a simple double sash window like this. Okay, you put a line like that. Looks like you have a pane of glass here and a pane of glass there like that. You can do that for all your windows if you want to, okay? Or you can just leave them as a piece of glass, like picture window like that, but it looks kind of cool to look inside the window a little bit. You see how thick the wall is. Your doorway, well, that's okay for the beginning of a doorway, but let's make it look less flat. The same thing that you did with the window, you want to put a little door sill right here at the bottom here, like that's called the threshold of the door. So right at that corner of the door, I'm going to point at number 1 over there and do a very short little line like that. Just to recess the door back in, I'll put a vertical up from where my line stopped there. And then I have a new corner here that I can work with. I use number 2 over there and pull back this way. And it looks like you're stepping in a couple inches before you actually get to the door. It gives it a little detail like that. Try it on those windows too if you want to, okay? Now, you have this deck here. You can leave it as an open deck, but this is kind of fun to put. Let's turn it into a porch that has a cover over it. So how tall up the wall would the top of the porch go? Well, let's say it just goes above your window level a little bit. So I'll make a mark going up the corner of the house right there. I'll make a little mark like that, okay? And then I will mark along this side of the house using vanishing point 2, a line that goes along that says that's where the second floor of the house is. This is the first floor, that'll be the second floor, but we're gonna create a little box over top of this deck here. So everything you add to your building here is some kind of a box like this, which can then turn into something because the box uses these 2 points in perspective. So here's what I want to do is if I'm going up this tall, I know that I need a vertical post or something holding up the porch from this corner. So I'll make sure it's straight up and down, not leaning this way, not leaning that way, but nice and vertical and parallel to everything else. And I'll draw a line going up, but I don't know how far I'm going to go yet. Let me just say that I'm drawing a line up from the corner here like that. But I can find out how far to go if I go back to the second floor of the house right there. See where I'm pointing right there. And I line that up with point number 1 over there like that. And then I draw back this way until it hits that vertical line I did like that. See how I did that there? Then I'll erase away the tail that I don't need there. Now I have a corner here like this, okay, right from that corner. Let's turn the corner like that, and I'm going to aim towards number 2, and I'm right here at that new corner I made. I'm going to draw a lot farther than I think I need to. I'm heading out towards number 2 that way. That line's coming along there like that. I need a post coming up from this corner of the deck. Just like I had a post coming up from this corner, I need a vertical post there. So I'll put that on the corner, nice and vertical, draw up till it meets that line right there. There it gives me another corner. Then I can erase away the extra that I don't need there. Now I just connect this corner and my second floor up there, but I bet if I connect those 2 up, I bet it's going to point at number 1. Let's see if it does. Sure enough, it does. So that's how you construct a box using your 2 points. There it is, a see-through box. Now you can turn that into a deck, okay, on top. It could be a balcony or it could be a roof. But at this point, if I'm going to have something that's covering up what's underneath it like that, well, too bad. All those doors and windows you just made, they're going to get covered up. So I'm going to erase them, and you'll see that it looks like more like a solid box here like that I can see through. That's going to be my deck, my balcony above the deck like that, okay? So this could be a little walkout balcony there. You could put a banister on it like that, or you can do something kind of cool like this, and I'm going to add a little angle to the roof like this, to it, a second little roof that will attach on top of the porch here like that. I could go up to the corner there. I just decided to do it right there, and I point towards the corner of my box that I made here. It doesn't use the point. I just went up the wall here and I made a little triangle right here. Once I'm at that point right there, I'm going to show where where this little porch roof attaches to the original house there like that. I'll draw a line coming along there like that. It's using number 2. When I get to the end here, I have no choice but just to draw to the corner of the box that I did like that. And I've got a little roof that's a slightly different pitch. This is a very steep pitch. This is not as steep of a pitch like that, but the rain will still roll off like that. And if you want to make it look solid, like a solid roof that you can't see through, so it looks like a wedge, like a big wedge like this. Okay, there's a roof on top of your porch like that. If you want to turn these into something a little more solid looking, let's give them a second line like this. A second vertical line right next to it like that, and at the bottom of it, what I do is I make it into a cylinder. I make a little smile in it. It looks like a column or a post or a column that is holding up the corner of the deck there. Let's do it down on this end, way in the distance there. I'll put a second line next to it like that. When I get down to the bottom, I just turn that into a little, like the bottom of a cylinder. It looks like a column holding it up. Usually when you have a porch like that, you might have to have a post holding it up in the middle too. So on either side of my walkway, why don't I do that too? A nice vertical line, look at your ruler, straight. Go up from there till it meets there like that. A couple of double lines there, a couple of lines there like that. And you've got, I'll change that to a little smile at the bottom. You've got some posts holding up your porch deck like that. It's kind of cool like that, okay? Over on this side here, if you want second floor windows, you can put them in there like that. Or if you want to add more of a deck, supposing you want your deck to wrap around the house like this, okay? Well, here's what I would do. Right at the corner here at the bottom of my foundation right there, okay? I'm gonna draw a little space like this over on this side on the ground like I did before using my 2 points. Draw past the corner like that. Let's go back to the corner here, and I will line that up with number 2 over there like that and draw back this way. And so that says, well, maybe I could turn that into a little patio down there, or I could do another deck. Let's try and do another deck right there. Okay, so I'm gonna have a vertical come up from this corner here like that. A vertical come up from this corner here. I don't know how far, but I'm lining it up there with how far, but I do know it has to come off the deck here. So let's see if they line up. Use number 2 there, line it up with the deck on this side and draw this way towards it. There you go. I got a new corner there. Let's use that new corner. Once I have a corner, I can use it. I'll draw this way, and that's going to meet right there. That gives me a new corner right there. And I'll line this up with the edge of the foundation over there like that. And I have another little box, just like I did one here for the deck. I can have a second deck right there, or a second little patio like that. Maybe I want even a little doorway coming out. Okay, so I'll do a doorway here in between those 2 windows like that. Looks like a little sliding glass door. You can do like that, little sliding glass door, 2 panels like that. There's a little door handle like that, little glass that would come out onto the porch here. You make this look solid by erasing away the part you're not going to see underneath the box, and you turn that into another deck like that, okay? And let's see what else we could do here before I quit here. Windows on the side of the house are nice. If you want to put second floor windows there, you can line them up with the first floor like this, and you do second floor windows right above it like that. I can line them up with the windows below it, and I can add in windows. You can make this kind of fancy like that. For a skylight on top, if you want a skylight in your roof like this, you'll take an angle, you match the angle of the roof like that, match the angle, slide it over like this, and I'm going to have a diagonal line like that there. Then I turn the corner and aim at number 2. Draw towards number 2 like that. Let's go to the top of that line. Draw towards number 2. I don't know how far, but I'm going to match that angle here of the roof. If I'm near the roof there, I'll slide it over the same angle of the roof, and I go like that, and I've got a nice little skylight cut into my roof there like that. You can even make it a little fancier and show some depth by aiming at number 1 there, matching the angle here like this, showing a little windowsill in it like that, and you're looking inside your roof there, okay? A chimney, you want to get to a chimney here and try something like this. The easiest chimney to make looks like this. You come down to the end of the house there like that, vertical line like this. I have one vertical line going up on one side of the point of the roof, another one on this side of the point of the roof like that, and then another one right close to it like that, okay? It's going to be a box. It's just going to look like a box like this up in the air. A chimney looks just another form of a box. But from that middle line, you have 3 lines there like that. From the middle line, that's going to be the middle line here of your chimney, okay? So it's going to be that you go to the top of that middle line and you'll aim back at number 1. The top of that middle line and aim back at number 1. And that will be one side of the chimney. You go back to the top of that middle line there and aim at number 2. And there's your chimney at the back of the house there. There's a couple different ways of drawing chimneys. You can look at my examples, try anything you want. Take a picture and send it to me.